Good morning, good evening and good night. This is Fox98 from the Fox News channel coming live on the V4Vanilla server to tell you what's foxy, what's not, and most importantly, what's news. Today on the V4Vanilla server, we actually are showing off Isa and Rusted's new shop, The Sad Ghast, selling things like ghast heads, ghast tears, and also gunpowder. A great build. It's really cool and a great addition to the shopping district that is bustling and popping off. In other breaking news on the V4Vanilla server, we see Halloween coming to an end, and we have managed to get a handle on the toxic leak. We will see progress shortly by the end of the episode to see what has happened, how we fixed it, and what it looks like when we get it back to normal. Today, coming to our environmental news, we have great news in regards to the turtle population. We were seeing a receding population before, but now there is actually an abundance of turtles on the V4Vanilla server. And last but not least on the V4Vanilla server, the last announcement and reporting of today is in regards to the ABBA competition, of which we now have 6 entries. This will be the challenge of a lifetime to see who will be the reigning champion to bring in all of the amazing loot. This is Fox from the Fox News channel coming live on the V4Vanilla server to tell you what's foxy, what's not, and what's news. That'll be all for today. Last time you might have briefly seen our industrial area. It was limited to these few buildings. We have now made 2 other extensions. The first one I'll just go and quickly show is our Nether stem farm. This one's completely automatic apart from the player placing the Nether saplings, the little fungus. It's fairly efficient, it's really fast, and we'll be using this for one of our future Nether projects. Yet again, it's just another block that we can get, a bulk of on demand quite easily, which is nice. We have also started selling in the shopping district, so the stores are quite empty. Hopefully we can figure out how to get the shroom lights going a little bit faster as well. Down here, this is where we collect the mushrooms. We can recycle our stuff in here. Just quickly give a demonstration and show you how it works. It's basically just a shifting floor. It's quite fast. I was going to do 4 of these each, but it works like this on both sides, which is cool. Nice and easy to use. So there we go. We've got nether trees at the plenty. This is our little recycling spot. Yeah, that's that build. We'll be coming back to this later, hopefully. We did a bit of dressing up on the sides. We do need to do a bit more up the top. Possibly figure out a way to hide this, whether we add a clock tower or something. But that'll be for another episode. In the meanwhile, this has been another big project, is with all the new farms that we've been working on, our bone meal has become a limited resource, even though we had quite a lot. It's something I want to have that we can AFK at and just have it bulk up. We do have a mob farm, but in regards to the actual mobs there, skeletons aren't the main one. It'd be nice to have a steady supply of bone meal. So these guys are all carrot farmers. They're all going to be throwing their carrots down the middle, and then into the composters at the bottom. It's a fairly fast system, to be fair. This has been running for maybe half an hour. A few stacks, which is cool. So that'll get better and better as we go along. Now as well, we're currently building the 4th level. So I do plan on doing 4 other towers. At this point we're just going to make them 4 levels high. Possibly add some bulk storage in there. But yeah, it's coming along. I think it's a pretty cool project. It's interesting. Villages can be quite frustrating at times. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that. But yeah, it's something, part of a learning curve anyways. Now to quickly show you what else we've been up to, we actually have to head over to spawn. So did a little bit of cleaning up in here. It was a mess before and it is now once again a mess. We do like to leave stuff hanging about everywhere, but that's alright. Let's quickly drop our carrots off. We're going to head over to the shopping district. Alright guys, we're back at spawn. As you can see, the mycelium has now been removed. We spent a few hours during the week clearing all that. And we did a little bit of terraforming. Before this was just a slope, not really much buildable surface, and what we've done is we've added a ridge line or cliff almost, and also build a natural overpass here. Which I think it's a really nice feature. We've got some roots coming out from the tree as well to add a bit of character. I went with 2 different types of trees. This one's kind of like a willow. All the English guys will be more well aware of what this tree is. It's what they make the cricket bats out of. And over here we have our apple tree, making use of the invisible signs, and also doing a little bit of this statues book, which is pretty cool. Now we have managed to secure a spot for every type of wood that we are currently selling. It's currently empty. We already restocked this, but in the first night I think we made around 48 diamonds, so that was really cool. Most of these are automatic. The only ones that are not at the moment is the spruce, the dark oak, as well as the acacia, and we rely on skimble for the jumble logs. We have kind of left our stadium for the time being. We need to work on a different system for flushing the mobs. We've got some new spaces locked out, but I'd like to settle on a design first before we invest more time on that one. Also, we will be starting a temporary shop. As you know, it was Halloween the other day, and we have managed to trap some shop attendants. So as you come into the fungi inn, we've got our little zombies here. We've got Mick, and over here we've got Frankie. These guys are just to intimidate you, to make sure that you pay diamonds for what you come here for. Make sure that we get that nice shiny stuff for us. And we've got these 2 guys left over. We've got Steve, who's already got a claim on him, and Mr. No Name here, which possibly we might give a name coming of the shop. But seeing that these are some of the most rarest mobs that you won't be able to get till next year, we are going to try and sell them for quite a few diamonds, possibly netherite. Haven't decided at this point, although some secondary netherite. Something fishy is going on with our V4Vanilla sign. We're gonna have to go check that out now. But yeah, so netherite is something we can work on in the future. Hopefully we can go check out Phil's game, maybe next episode with some of the other vanillites. See what's going on. There's a chest here. Just add water. Alright guys, Red Fox has set a date for the last entrances to the Abathon, Aba Challenge, Aba Tournament. I believe it's this Friday, 1 week. We shall see. Hopefully we'll be able to get the game start going soon. I'm quite excited for it. It's going to be good fun. So we'll tee up some time, take the lead, destroy the competition, and make sure to win all those good goodies at the end. To be fair, we probably would utilise a bit of the gold and the diamonds for sure, but recently we've been doing quite a lot of redstone projects, so I believe the bulk of what we would be hoping for is actually in the redstone, funnily enough. It is a shame we don't collect coal, but that's alright. Anyways guys, that's been me at the V4V spawn. I will be tuning in shortly across the map and take you through some other stuff. Ciao. Alright guys, that is the first of the 4-layer towers done. It's looking really good. We don't have to worry about these corners with mobs. We will put some torches on the outside to make this spawn proof. But being crops, there's actually no issues in regards to that. No mobs will be spawning in there, which is perfect. Also, before we did have beds in here, I kept finding villagers just disappearing. I believe they must have been suffocated in the roof. It's my current thought, but that problem's kind of unsure of at the moment. Now for most people, one of these farms is going to be more than enough for their bone meal supply to leave running in the background. For us it's a little bit different. I mean, we've got the nether tree farm, we've got the normal tree farm. Both of these are heavily reliant on bone meal, and I also would like to be able to sell some bone blocks, possibly to help out some other people on the server, which is a future thing to consider. And as well, over there we will be building our dark oak farm at some point. A few things we need to iron out first before we do that. But yeah, so this is looking really good, really happy with this design. I will leave the link to the video below. I made some little changes with the villages, but most of it's generally the same. Also, we've pulled up all of the pathways around our town. We now have soul speed after changing our gear over, after losing the initial set. And so now we've put some soul sand underneath. Just make travelling around the area a little bit faster. Just means that we don't need to have to burn off the elytra the whole time, which is always a good thing. And as well, this nether tree farm, it's been fantastic so far. A few little things we had to improve on. I will leave the link to the design below. This isn't my design, I won't claim it as mine. But we made a little change here, is this one little repeater. It just means that you can run the tree farm without this being full. You know, let's say you've just got one. Usually it wouldn't work, but with a repeater there, it's able to pick up the signal strength and work, which is really cool. If anybody has any feedback or has seen this one before, I do have some pistons blowing up here, which I'm not quite sure about, but it doesn't seem to affect my rates. As you can see, I think I actually kind of stretched it out maybe one too far, which is fine. We've just utilised a bit of obsidian here, just so that we can keep the aesthetic of the wood. Normally that wood would be blown up. By doing this, we can have the wood there so that the explosions don't remove it. Also with the sorting system, what we've done, kind of changed it around a little bit, is after it's gone through all the item filters, sometimes you get quite a lot of blocks coming off of this. We've got 2 item filters per block, but just in case we do cycle all of it around again. It comes around up here, drops down back into the cycle in a loop. This one's actually where we feed the bone meal. So at the moment we do actually feed all of the wart blocks through here into this system. It just shoots it back over for the tree farm to use. It's not 100% self-sustainable with the bone meal at all, but every little bit counts for that, so that's always worth considering. At some point we might remove this if we need a bulk of wart blocks. At this point I don't see them in my building palette just yet, so we're not too stressed about that. But yeah, this is where we've gotten so far at this point. We've seen some awesome progress in the industrial area, which is always a great thing. It means we'll be doing some bigger and better projects later. This is just our goal to get in some bulk blocks, you know, really beefing up our storage. So the buildings are coming you know, a lot faster later, and hopefully once we own the market and have a ton of diamonds, we can possibly be using that to buy our smooth stone for use in the Colosseum. Anyways guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been Fox. I appreciate all your support from the first video to the second. Hope to have you for many more, and I shall see you soon.